Hello, Mr. Ryan, right? Okay. So we're given two integers, n and m. Okay? So we want to find out, so basically we're given n, so we want to examine the integers between the range from 1, 2, 3, up to n. Okay? Up to n. And we want to find out the numbers, the number of integer which can be divisible by m. Okay?
Don't say M, it's too Chinese.
m, okay? Okay.
M is just M.
Okay, n, okay? So given n and two integer, okay, we want to find out the number of integers that between the range from 1 to n which are divisible by m. So in this case, which numbers can be divisible by m? So it's actually 3, 6, 9, okay? So these three numbers are divisible by m, and all the rest are not divisible by m, so which is 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, okay? So if we sum up these two arrays, so what's the sum? 18, right? What's the sum? What's the sum?
I wonder.
Blah blah.
What's the sum? How do we find out the sum? We can add these, right? Or we can...
37.
37. How do you know 37?
I added them all up. I just see M.
Yeah, add it up. Another way is that we find out the
I
sum.
see an odd comma.
What's the sum between
There's
1
one
to...
next to a 4, there's
Yeah.
a full stop.
Okay. So what's the sum between 1 to n? 1 to 10?
55.
Yeah, we know that. I remember last lesson we talked about n times n plus 1 divided by
then
2.
why do you split them into two groups? It's totally pointless.
Very good. This is the question. Okay, we split the numbers into two groups. The first one, which is the numbers which can be divisible by m. The second one is the one which are not, right? So we want to sum.
What if M is 1?
Good question. And every number can be divisible by m.
How about what if M is 0?
No. Okay. So
How
that's
about negative numbers? Smiley face.
very good. These are all corner cases, and we have to define it. Okay, so you're right. We have to define the range of the valid cases, which is m bigger or equal than 1, and bigger or equal than 1. Okay, these are the input range. Okay, we don't consider other cases like the negative numbers. So we're saying this is S1, this is S2. So we want to return S2 minus S1. Okay. So S2 is the sum of those numbers which cannot be divisible by m. S1 is the sum of those numbers which can be divisible by m. Okay, so we know how to find out the sum between 1 to n. Last lesson we talked about this, right? Remember that S equals 1 plus 2 plus here n. And if you write it again, it's n plus n minus 1 plus here 1. And then we sum it up together. This is 2s equals to n plus 1 times n, right? Because look, this is n plus 1, n plus 1. How many times of n? N times. So s equals this, right? This is the formula, okay? To sum up the first few integers. So we know this, right? So this is 55. And then we know this is 18. So this sum must be 37, okay? That's one quicker way to get the sum of 37. Ryan, you did a good job by summing up, okay? But just imagine there are more numbers which are not divisible by m, okay? Okay. Okay. So how can we do it? We just want to find out S2 minus S1. How do we do it? How do we find out the number, the S2 minus S1 in this case is 19.
Return answer.
Return S2 minus S1.
Wait, what is it supposed to get?
S2 minus S1,
S1.
which is 19. So okay, so let's say n equals 10, m equals 3, and you need to tell me it's 19. So how did I get the number 19?
You add up the numbers in each string, which I don't know how to say.
Okay, so we just find out
S1.
we just examine each number and then put it in separate group, alright? That's what I did. Brute force, checking each number.
Ooh! I know.
Yeah, good. What's that?
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you go through the whole thing, but don't put it into groups in one group. 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah. And okay, So you start off at 0, and if it's non-divisible by 3, you add it, and if it's not, then you subtract it. So plus 1 is 1, and then plus 2 is 2, and then subtract 3 is 0, and then plus 4 is, and then so on.
Brilliant, very clever. Yes, we just go through each number. If we check if it's divisible, we minus it. If it's not divisible, we plus it, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the difference, right? We don't need to. I mean, there's a more stupid way, which is go through each number to group them and then sum up. That's totally brute force, but we don't
How's
actually
that
need to.
stupid?
I mean, it's naive. Okay, it's naive because look, S2 minus S1. Yeah, we can get a S2 and we can get a S1 and we can do this, right? But we don't have to. We just go through each one. Okay, so 1 is S2, so we plus 1. 2 is S2 plus 2. 3 is S1, then we minus 3. Okay, so basically we go through each number and then basically S1 we just minus here. And S2 we just plus here. We can go through that, right? Yeah? Okay, so that's very good. So let me quickly learn the code, yeah? Define F and N. Then answer equal
Look,
0.
it's not
My
easy.
I know.
Proud moment.
For I in range
How come
1 m plus 1, if I modulus m equal 0, then answer minus equal I. Else answer plus equal I. Return answer. Answer equals 0. We go through this number, the for loop, yeah? Start from 1 till n. Okay, n plus 1 because the last number is exclusive, so it reaches the n. Checking each number. If I can be modulus by m, no, we minus it. Otherwise, it's not divisible, then we plus it. What's the time complexity?
Oh.
N?
Well done. Good job, ON, okay? And that's it.
Bye.
Not yet. Actually, we can do this in maths. We don't need to check. Look at if this n.
Look what I found.
Okay,
Money.
put it here, please.
It's my money now.
If
20 pence on the floor.
n is a billion, a trillion, we then have to go through the
Oh,
billion
wow.
numbers. Then that's going to take
The
time,
next
right?
one is going to be 01.
How do you know? Math is 01. Okay, so how do we?
Because you saved the best for the last.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The key thing is that how do we find out this? How do we find out this? How do we find out that? We can, right? Look, how many numbers are divisible by m in this range? We know that, right? We just do this 10 divided by 3. There are 3 numbers, okay?
What m is larger than n?
Good question. That's very good. That's another case, okay? So then we don't have any number there.
Ryan, remember the time I was spinning you so much and then you went backwards and then the chair hit a cup and then tea poured everywhere. And then that was like, ooh.
Okay. The total sum we know, right? The total sum equals n times n plus 1 divided by 2, right? We know that. You need to remember this. This is useful in your mathematics, okay?
That doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean doesn't make any sense?
n plus 1. What do you want to do with n
Yeah, and how do you even get that thing?
This one.
What is used for?
This is the total sum. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus till n, right? This is the total sum, okay? I'm not done yet. This is the first step, okay?
I already know that.
Good. Okay, so let's say
Just
this.
make it look more
This,
complicated
let's
than
see.
it's actually really.
No, this one, let's say, is
Mario Odyssey.
1 times m plus 2 times m plus 3 times m plus till k times m, okay? Right? Because we are looking for multiple for m. So 1m plus 2m plus 3m plus till km, okay?
Yeah.
So what's this k? K we know, right? How many? K equals n divided by m, right? We can get that, right? In this case, it's 10 divided by 3. We know there are 3k, 3 numbers which are multiple of m. Am I right? Okay, so what's the sum of this? What's the sum of this? Is common term m, right? M. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus till k, right? Okay? So look, what's this? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus till k. We know that, right? This is the sum. This is the k times k plus 1 divided by 2 times m, right? Okay? Okay, so we know the sum of S1. S1 is this one. What's S2? S2 is S minus S1, right? So we know the sum of S1. S2, we just use the total sum minus S1. So that's S2. So S2 equals this. So we want to find out the number of S2 minus S1. S2 minus S1 equals S minus S1 minus S1, right? Look, S2 minus S1. S2 is S minus S1. So S2 minus S1 equals S minus S1 minus S1 equals S minus 2 times S1, right? What's S1? Here, 2 times it. So these 2 cancel out, right? So the answer is S minus M times K times K plus 1. Okay? S we know that, right? This is S. M we know it. K is this. That's it. Okay, let me write the Python code for the math. Okay? Define F N M. K equals N divided by M. We use the double divide because we want the integer part. Okay? Integer part. 10 divided by 3 is 3 only. It's not 3.333. Okay? And then the answer is the S equals N times M plus 1 divided by 2. The answer is return S minus N times K plus 1.
Yeah.
Bye.
Wait.
Bye.
Do you understand this?
Yeah.
What's the time complexity?
I won.
What's the space complexity?
Something.
A 1. A 1, yes.
Yes.
What's the space complexity?
O-N.
Space.
O-1.
A 1, yes. What's the time complexity for this one?
O-N. O-N.
Yeah, well done. Which one is better?
that. O-1-1.
This one is better. Just doing the twin maths, right? Okay? Do you get this? Do you get it? Do you understand this? Do you understand this?
Yeah.
Sort of, yeah? This is mathematics,
Yeah.
I mean, I could ask you this question in your maths instead of coding, right? This is maths in your Olympic competition, pure maths. Okay? Okay, so can you tell me what have you learned today? And that's it. What's the problem? And that's it.
We learned nothing.
Okay?
We're just
Abby?
doing
What have you learned, Abby? What have you learned?
That was alright.
Oranges are blue.
Come on, what have you learned?
Oi. We're learning. Okay, so we have this N and M. Both must be 1 or greater. And
The baby is sleeping in the blankety bed.
and you add.
Mm-hmm.
You.
So what's the problem?
We have M and N, and we find M.
Honey!
We put the factors of.
Yeah?
No, we put the we cross out the M multiples
Yeah?
and in the range of 1 and 2n, and then one of it is where you add the multiples and subtract the non-multiples, if you know.
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean. And then that's O-N, and then the other one is O1. It's just maths.
Yeah, because the key thing of this one is that we want to find out the number of the k, which is the number of multiples, which can be the number of number which can be divisible by m, right? So we know this number, and then we apply the formula of the first few numbers, sum of the first few numbers. When m is bigger than n, so the answer should be s, right? The total sum. So okay, I show you why. Look.
Landed perfectly, Eric.
If m is bigger than n, what happened? This k will be 0. If k is 0, this term is 0, then the answer is s. So all the numbers are not divisible by m. Am I right?
Yeah.
Does it make sense? Okay, that's it for today. Bye bye.
Bye.